How's it going, everyone, and welcome to my video on Xingqi.
僕は行く秋。ただの読書好きだ。ふつつか者だが。僕は行く秋。ただの読書。僕は行く秋。
Yukuaki?
僕は行く秋。
Yukuaki. Alright. Welcome to my video on Yukuaki, the 4-star that you might have gotten in the Klee banner recently. We'll be breaking down kind of his abilities, his talents and constellations, as well as what you want to do with him as far as putting him in a party and loading him out. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in a bit. So taking a look at Yukuaki's stats here. His abilities, of course, scale with Hydro damage, so raising his attack and his elemental damage is very good. Taking a look at his constellations, increase the maximum number of rain swords by 1. Extends the duration of his E by 3 seconds, as well as decreases the Hydro res of enemies hit by it by 15% for 4 seconds. Increase the level of his E by 3, up to a maximum of 15. Throughout the duration of his E, the damage dealt by his Q is increased by 50%. Increases the level of his Q by 3, up to a maximum of 15. And lastly, activating 2 of his E swords attacks greatly increases the damage of the third, as well as Xingqi regenerates 3 energy when sword rain attacks hit an enemy, which is something he massively needs because his Q does not charge very fast. As a matter of fact, it charges so slow that for this showcase, I'm actually going to go into the test run you can do for Xingqi. So for those of you that don't know, you can do a test run of Xingqi, Klee, and Sucrose. However, the Sucrose one is really shitty. They do not have her on a good build, and you also are paired with Lisa in it, and Lisa's not on a good build. But for today, we will be trying Xingqi on his. Alright, let's give it a shot. So we are paired with Zhengling, but I'm not going to be using her while I am showing off the character. So as you can see, by popping his E, I'm surrounded with little swords that are increasing the damage and applying Hydro status to enemies. I only had the 3 swords because they didn't give me the constellation bonus. His Q is currently charged, so we'll pop that. And now, as I'm auto-attacking, there are shots of water that go out and deal increased damage, as well as apply the Hydro. And I believe this is actually a channel. So if I were to swap characters, I will build it up again to test that. I know his E ability is a channel, so swapping characters maintains the E. Let's see if the Q is also a channel. Yes, it is. So you can swap characters with either his Q or his E active, and you will get the benefits. He's actually building up energy quite a bit faster inside of here than he was whenever I was trying to get my version of him good. Alright, so that was the end of the little combat practice. Let's hop out here and talk about building for Xingqi. Alright, so it just occurred to me that I'm still calling him Xingqi when his name is Yukuaki. I'm very sorry. I have no idea how to pronounce half the names in this game. Let's break down a good party to put Yukuaki in. Now, Yukuaki is a water attribute character, so we want to pair him with people that will have positive reactions with water. One of the most prominent, in my opinion, being the electric type. Pairing with an electric type user will put a status on him on the enemies that chains lightning in between them. This chain lasts for a very long time and actually does some of the most damage out of any reaction in the game just over a longer period of time than something like Overload. Another great type to pair him with is Ice. Now, I have Kaya here. I would actually rather say put Chungyun because of how Ice works. You could freeze a target by going from Kuaki's water to your Chungyun, and then with Chungyun's greatsword, shatter those frozen targets, thus dropping their defenses, increasing your overall DPS. If you just have Kaya, though, he still works as an excellent support. In my opinion, though, supporting is what you want to do with Yukuaki. You can make him a main DPS, but he definitely shines more as a support. And we have Barbara in that last slot for the 2 water bonus, giving you Soothing Water, where you are affected by Pyro for 40% less time and increases incoming healing by 30%. It's actually a really great pairing. Let's break down Yukuaki's weapons and artifacts that you want to gear him out with. First, his weapons. Personally, I would go for the Favonius Sword as a supporting role. Critical hits have a 60% chance to generate elemental particles, which will regenerate 6 energy for the character. His regen is really bad on his attributes, so anything that will help him get his ultimate faster is something you very much so need. If you are using him as your primary DPS, then the Pro-type Ranker is probably more what you're looking for. Of course, any 5-star sword that you can throw on him, that's probably best in slot. Another great one to think about is the Sacrificial Sword, because you will be damaging people with his elemental skill quite a bit. So it's also probably a great one to throw on him, plus it kind of matches his overall look. For his artifacts, you want sets that increase your damage, so Glad sets is a great set to run at a 2-piece, so you get the 18% attack buff. But then there isn't a Hydro boosting set. However, I do think the Noblesse set is one of the ones that you want to go for. It increases your elemental burst or your Q damage by 20%. I would actually say you should run this as a 4-piece, where using an elemental burst increases all party members' attack by 20%. This is a great set if you're gonna run Yukuaki as a supporting role. If you're gonna run him as an attack role, do the 2-piece here and the 2-piece Glad set. So that's it for my opinions on Yukuaki. He's an excellent water type character, really the only water type character that probably most of us have aside from Barbara. And you can do DPS with Barbara, but I mean, he's got an actual sword instead of a book. Yeah. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Be sure to leave a comment down below on how you feel about Yukuaki, how you'd build him, that kind of stuff. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it. If you won't hit subscribe, just tell me why. I'd love to know how I can improve to make the videos and the channel as a whole better. Alright? See you guys in the next one. Bye. Right, let's talk character builds for... How fuck do you pronounce his name?